We have the greatest military in the world, but you have to know how to use them. You have to know how to use them. But I protect you against outside enemies. But, you know, I always say we have the outside enemy, so you can say China, you can say Russia, you can say Kim Jong-un, you can say, but that's not, it's going to be fun. If you have a smart president, no problem. It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country. That's a bigger enemy than China and Russia.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you?
Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secret.
When you read Isaiah 14:32, we are the poor. And there, who's the there? Edom, our oppressors, our enemies. Their objective is to devour and kill us and exterminate us secretly. They don't want to come out and just say that they're the devil. Right. They go do all of this, red herring, secret plots, all of this other stuff, but that's their ultimate goal, right?
Right.
2 men shot during Pennsylvania assassination attempt on Trump. Say Secret Service failed them.
Ain't this like the second or third? It's like the third assassination attempt on this dude, right?
Oh, they trying to kill him. They trying to get him out of there.
All right, go read some of that real quick.
Butler, Pennsylvania. 2 men who were shot during the first assassination attempt on Donald Trump this summer say the U.S. Secret Service was negligent in protecting the former president and other bystanders at the campaign rally in Pennsylvania. David Dutch, 57, an ex-Marine, and James Copenhaver, 74, a retired liquor store manager, told NBC News in an exclusive interview Monday they were excited to be sitting in the bleachers behind the Republican nominee at the fairgrounds in Butler on July 13th when gunshots rang out and they were hit.
Mm-hmm. What? You all right?
Another man, Corey Copentor, 50, was killed in the shooting while shielding his family. Trump was wounded in the ear. The interview with the 2
So that's the first one. That's the first attempt, right? Yeah. Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit. I forget where it's at. Try to find, or does it not have it? Okay. Try to find this one that it's talking about, this recent attempt. Because this is recent, right? That's what I read.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Secret Service at the time. So go back to the title. Maybe I don't know. Am I reading that right? Because that's what I read. Because I know there was a second for sure. 2 men shot during assassination attempt. I guess this ain't the one then. Somebody find me because it was something that recently happened.
Right.
Yeah, somebody find me that. Somebody say something good, man. I know somebody got something. You want to prophesy? You don't have any spirit?
Yes, sir.
Talk
Let me
about
get
talk about the board.
12 and 10 on the Sirach, 12 and 10.
Right.
All right, because we talking about this enemy that we're in the land of. All right, on the Trump. All these assassination attempts, I don't trust it. All right, I don't trust them, man. It seems like a setup to me. Hey, don't read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Sometimes on the trust them?
Never trust thine enemy.
Read.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
All right, so on the Trump, I don't know, he could be trying to garner on the sympathy. Sympathy. Right?
Hey,
so don't trust your enemy.
I just sent one. I think it was just the wrong article posted. It happens.
Okay. It's happening.
You gonna mess up every once in a while,
Every
right?
once.
All right, so click that. It's in the show topics group. Come on, IT. All right, put that up for us. Let's read that one. So it's like, I know I ain't tripping. I know there was a third attempt. All right, read that.
Armed man arrested near Trump rally over concerns about third assassination attempt. Here's what we know about him.
What's up with all these pop-ups? Sheesh. Make it bigger for us, please.
A man carrying loaded firearms and fake passports was arrested outside the security checkpoint near former President Donald Trump's weekend rally in Coachella, California, which law enforcement described as a likely third assassination attempt against the former president, a claim the suspect, who identified as a Trump supporter, said was false.
Now, check it. I like what you said, Officer David, because it does seem like a setup. It does seem fishy.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, let's listen to what former President Trump said at one of his recent rallies. Let's pull that video up, IT.
Trump says he would use the U.S. military on Americans, calls them enemy from within.
Let's play that. Let's play that.
I missed something during last week's Donald Trump rally in Aurora. Was standing there, heard it, just wasn't sure if I heard what I thought I heard, so we did not play it back to you here. It seemed that Trump was talking in Aurora about using the U.S. military against Americans that he says hate this country. Listen to what he said.
Stop. Stop. Who sees the writings on the wall? Let me see. Who sees it?
Yes, sir. This they gonna use that towards us.
Who's the us?
The us is the Israelites.
There you go. Secret plots, right? Secret plots, popular persuasion. Popular persuasion is media.
Right.
That's how they do it. But it's that. What's that? The red herring, right? Give me that definition of a red herring.
Bring it out.
All right. Smoke screen. All right. Pull that up when you get it, IT. Yep. That's what Esau do.
Red herring, a clue or piece of information.
Why not just read the first one?
Red herring, a dried smoke herring, which is turned red by the smoke.
By the smoke. Now I'll read the second one.
Definition 2.
I thought we read 1, then 2. I was like, what happened? Okay, go ahead.
A clue or piece of information that is or is intended to be misleading or distracting.
Right. So we always say smoke screen. That's why you say smoke screen, because of red herring. You understand? You get it, right?
Yes, sir.
It makes sense. So that's what Esau do. They have an agenda. They already know they want to destroy the Israelites.
Right.
But they just give me the one in Habakkuk 3, right? 14. Habakkuk 3:14. This is what that is right here. Watch this, y'all. Let me hear that.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 14. Thou didst strike through with his staves, the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me.
Come on.
Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secret.
When you read Isaiah 14:32, we are the poor. And who's the there? Edom, our oppressors, our enemies. Their objective is to devour and kill us and exterminate us secretly. They don't want to come out and just say that they're the devil. They go do all of this, red herring, secret plots, all of this other stuff, but that's their ultimate goal, right? So go back and play that video from Trump.
Military in the world, but you have to know how to use them.
Run it back, please.
You have to know how.
Go ahead.
Against Americans that he says hate this country. Listen to what he said.
We have the greatest military in the world, but you have to know how to use them. You have to know how to use them. But I protect you against outside enemies. But you know, I always say we have the outside enemy, so you can say China, you can say Russia, you can say Kim Jong-un, you can say, but that's not, it's going to be fun. If you have a smart president, no problem. It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with.
Hey, stop. Could you get that trailer from Civil War? Give me that trailer from Civil War. Run that back about 10 seconds and then play that trailer from Civil War real quick. Watch this. Play Trump again.
You can say, but that's not, it's going to be fun. If you have a smart president, no problem. It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country. That's a bigger enemy than China and Russia.
He just declared war on American citizens. That's what he just did. He say, damn, if you don't support America and you live here, you're a bigger threat than China and all the other people. I hope y'all understand what he just said.
Yes, sir.
And you hear all of them chanting and
Right.
Okay. You got it, IT? Yes, sir. Pull that up for us.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on?
Pause it. Remember, it just heard you say the president assured that it will be dealt with swiftly.
Yep.
That's what Trump just said. All right, play this.
What's America?
We just try to stay out. with what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Stop. Ain't that what Trump just said? He used the military against the...
Right.
That's what he just said. Go ahead.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens? We're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Flooded.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? We're Americans.
Stop.
Okay.
So he say we're Americans.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Remember what Trump just said?
Yeah.
Like, people can't see it. It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
He say, they Americans. Play on.
Okay. What kind of American are you?
Stop. See that right there? Because we have American citizenship. He said, what type of American?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I understand, brothers and sisters, those was white people, but that's not who it's about.
Right.
Okay. Y'all had anything on that?
Yes, sir. Just like how they killed our Messiah, saying he was for treason. The same way how he can come upon us. It made me think about too, Cap, when with that how he gonna use the military against us. How it said in Joel 2, I will remove the
Yeah, let's read
army
that.
from
Let's
you.
read that. That's good. That's very good. Yep, let's get that.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things.
Right. So we gotta be prepared in that day, because we already know like the persecution is going to, death is coming to us.
Right.
How it said the apostles are sent last and death is appointed unto us. So we got to understand like, hey, just how they putting all the stuff out there, it's a setup, like Officer David said, a smoke screen for us to be killed, for them to put the northern army upon us.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.